Yeah, the Padres-Dodgers race, man, the thing is flipped on its head.
So this is the only way to describe Padre-Dodger baseball going to the Friday, Saturday, Sunday series in Los Angeles. One has a stacked pitching staff, that is LA. The other has a gold star bullpen, that is San Diego. One's got a front office that's been ultra aggressive. The other's got a front office that seems to be really hesitant. One's got a firebrand manager that knows how to push the buttons. And I tend to think Mike Schultz's baseball IQ is through the charts right now. The other's a very conservative Dave Roberts that does not seem to have any answers whatsoever. This is going to be so interesting. The Padres have won 14 of their last 17. At one point, they were 9 games out on July 3rd. They're now 1 game ahead. The Padres have made up 10 games in the standings in 35 days. The Padres are in first place at this hour. Can you believe that? The Dodgers are in a free fall. Lots of explanations, not excuses, but explanations. The Dodgers, with a $383 million payroll, are 12-21 since July 3rd. Think about that statistic. The Padres are dangerous. The Padres are complete. The Padres have impact players. And the trade deadline acquisitions of Laureano in left field, O'Hearn as a DH and a first baseman, and Fermin at catcher have just been huge in terms of completing the batting order. And the bullpen is now called the six-pack. They are so deep and so dynamic, and they all throw the hell out of the ball. This is a unique combination that's come together. And the Padres are gamers. Padres are ballers. The Padres play on the edge. Like I say, they are aggressive, ball in play, unbelievable defense, run the hell out of the bases, and they put down, from fundamental standpoints, drag bunts, squeeze bunts, hit and run bunts. It's absolutely amazing the way the Padres are playing baseball, and nobody seems to have a way to handle it. Intellectually, I've never seen Padre baseball this good, this complete a team right now. Big-time baseball IQ. The Dodgers, they're really staggering, and they seem to have no answers at all. They've not found any consistent help in the batting order for Ohtani. He is hitting home runs, but he's not hitting for average. Freddie Freeman's been dinged, and he's not hitting the 320s that he was hitting early. Betts has started to come back, but you just never know. Mookie's had some really bad spells. Teoscar Hernandez now is not the Teoscar Hernandez of a year ago, and that's got to be a concern to the Dodgers. And the one intangible, guys off the bench, guys who made a big difference last year, aren't there. Tommy Edmonds on the DL for the 3rd time this season with ongoing foot and ankle injuries. There is no Chris Taylor. Kike Hernandez is not what he was before, and he has been consistently hurt. And Michael Conforto is a $17 million black hole in left field who is a real anchor, and they have nobody to replace these guys. Now, that being said, stacked staff, as I mentioned. Just look at these ERAs of this rotation going to this weekend series with the Padres. Blake Snell, 2.37. Glasnow, 3.08. Ohtani, 2.45. Kershaw, 3.14. Yamamoto, with a couple of bad outings, still at 2.51. And the kid Emmett Sheehan, the occasional starter, 3.10. That's the strength. The bullpen is a disaster. The Padre bullpen is in decline. They've gone through 25 relief pitchers this season. They have 23 blown saves. The bullpen has given up 71 home runs this season, and the collective bullpen has an ERA now of 4.35. They've blown 5 saves in the last 7 games. The Dodger bullpen has. And they've had 21 pitchers now on the disabled list this season, and they seem to have no answers whatsoever. Whereas A.J. Preller made all those bold trades, and yes, he maxed out his credit card, traded the whole farm system away to put a complete team on the field for this 3-game series and the 3 in San Diego next weekend. Andrew Friedman did virtually nothing at the deadline. And when he got a relief pitcher got hurt, and he's on the DL now too. Andrew Friedman, though, goes public, gives a vote of confidence to Dave Roberts, gives a vote of confidence to Mark Pryor, gives a vote of confidence that the Stars will bring us back, because there is still a month and a half to go in the baseball season. No criticism of anybody in the Dodger dugout, the Dodger clubhouse, or from the Dodger leadership standpoint. I do think the organization still has a massive problem mishandling of young pitchers. How can you have as many pitchers get hurt as they had last year, even though they won the World Series, as they have this year right now? And as we sit here getting ready for Friday night, there is no Tanner Scott, there is no Kirby Yates, there is no Michael Kopech, and now Brusdar Graterol has suffered another setback and is now gone for the rest of the Dodgers season. Roki Sasaki is about to begin rehab assignments with the hope maybe by September 15th, if there's no setbacks there, he'll be ready to pitch. You tell me. The Dodgers' public pronouncement is it's too early to be scoreboard watching. Hey, dude, you had a 9-game lead and it's gone. Hey, dude, your team is no longer what it used to be. Hey, dude, you're in second place looking at the guy who's blown by you in first place that's playing complete baseball right now. And here come the fans. And there's a new tradition at Dodger Stadium. You know, the old tradition was show up late, leave early. Third tradition now, boo. That's what's happening at Dodger Stadium. They're booing their own team. I would have never, ever imagined this year that I'd ever see a Dodger team go 12-21. That's the stretch of games they've played since mid-July. And I never thought I'd see Dodger fan boo the home team. And that's happened a lot. And by the way, I think there'll be a lot of brown and gold at Chavez Ravine come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I end my thesis. That's my presentation. Judge, jury, respond.
Does anyone have any questions? So first of all, it's the Padres are in first place. This is fantastic. You know, we've been moaning and groaning all throughout the spring about the Padres, you know, not playing up to expectations, couldn't hit, and now everything is going right. Like even in that the Giants game yesterday during the day, in that second inning when they scored 7, you know, there was 1 out, bases loaded. Cronenworth comes up and he hits this routine one hopper to the shortstop Adames for a double play to end the inning, but it hits the bag and it goes into shallow left center and everyone's running and scoring and the floodgates open. And
7 runs later, it was over and the Giants quit on Bob Melvin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Padre Twitter is just kind of gleefully like pointing the finger at Bob Melvin right now. But it's like everything's coming around, you know, and it's cool the way A.J. Preller, you know, we're kind of accustomed to him not just making a splash at the deadline, but often getting the big name like Juan Soto or someone. Well, this time he got a lot of those complimentary pieces. You know, the big name was Mason Miller, but this Ramon Laureano kid, I mean, you talk about baseball IQ. This guy is off the charts. And now just by filling in that bottom third of the order, you know, or 6 through 9.
The whole bleeping lineup is dangerous.
Everything changes. Yes. I mean, it's unbelievable. And you know, the Furminator is a big upgrade over Martin Maldonado. Bless his heart. I know everyone, you know, the pitchers liked him. Everything just seems to be going the Padres' way. I just hope this isn't like, you know, they're peaking too soon.
No, they've pushed the boulder up the hill to the top because they're in first place now. They had to do this to get there. Now the question is, are they going to kick the Dodgers down the slope and then roll the boulder over them and end this thing? I'm not saying pennant race, we own it. No. Because there's a month and a half to go, and you're still got to play these guys.
Wait, we can't schedule the parade yet? Come on.
Not. But they're at this point.
Yeah.
Who could have thought? I swear to God, there's nobody that could get on Fans Forum and say, we knew this was going to happen. Because when they were 9 back and they had flaws everywhere and the pitching staff was hurt, you couldn't have perceived that this would happen. So here we come, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Fans Forum chat box should be overwhelmed. On the left side, anybody wearing brown and gold. On the right side, anybody wearing Dodger blue. Jump on board. We want to hear what you got to say. Pros, cons, good, bad, whatever. Are we cheerleading? No, we're excited. I love pennant race baseball. This is going to be magnificent this weekend and then we'll duplicate it next weekend.
Well,
down
doesn't
in
it
San Diego.
seem like the Dodgers pitching injuries are finally catching up with them?
I think so.
Because they were winning in spite of their terrible pitching. Now the terrible pitching is biting them in the butt. Now the question is, can all those really good, talented guys come back to form in the next 6 weeks? And I mean, Padres, like you say, they need to see if they can push the Dodgers down the standings. I mean, this is an opportunity to kind of put them away to a degree because they're going to be dangerous at the end of the season.
Well, remember, Dodgers are going to play some really bad teams once they're done with the Padres. So the Padres need to dominate these next 6 games of this series and control it, because these guys are going to play the Rockies, and these guys are going to play Arizona. These guys are going to play the Giants again. I mean, so the Dodgers are going to stack some wins against really bad teams. The thing is, now we got first, now we got second. And I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I told you so. Did I not have a headline?
Nobody likes an I told you so.
Did I not post a headline maybe a month ago? And all the conversation we had about the Dodgers and the good and the bad and the ugly and what was happening. Did we not use the phrase Dodgers on borrowed time? Question mark.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've used a lot of different phrases throughout the season, and it's the Dodger way. What happened to the Dodger way? I mean, Tommy Edman's a hell of a player. I mean, that's another big link. I mean, he's like the Swiss Army knife of that lineup.
I just mentioned it. One of the things that's not there.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Is Mookie? Do you trust that Mookie and Shohei are kind of coming back? Because they showed some glimpses in that Blue Jays series.
Well, Mookie had himself a good week. We'll see if that can be duplicated if that goes forward. Ohtani, he's hitting some rocket shots, but he's not hitting for average whatsoever. Outside of Will Smith, there's really no consistency in that batting order. So that's all things Padres, all things Dodgers. You're on this side of the street, brown and gold. That side of the street, Dodger blue. Fans Forum chat box is open.